I write by the south window of my loft, 3 blocks from Ground Zero, New York City. The window overlooks the young sycamore trees planted on the opposite side of the street, where one of the plane engines fell like a meteor, almost killing a pedestrian. Like that pedestrian, my family and I were spared from perishing that day, living so close to the site that will be marked as one of the emblems of a horror of the new century. And yet God has called us to call this our home. God has taught me as an artist and a follower of Christ to live and work for the prosperity of the city. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 7, in the ashes of September 11th, 2001. Most Saturday mornings between 2003 and 2006, I sat down to reflect or refract on issues related to war and peace, but from the vantage point of an artist, a father, and a husband. As I wrote, I was admitting to the confusion, chaos, and deeper wrestling that I saw in my own heart during and after that fateful day. In 2003, I was appointed by President George W. Bush to the National Council on the Arts in recognition of my artistic accomplishments and my advocacy efforts via International Arts Movement. Now, I Am Culture Care. Working with Dana Gioia, the superb poet and visionary head of the National Endowment for the Arts, NEA, I realized that we have to constantly labor to raise awareness for the arts in the United States and to present America via the arts to the rest of the world. I found that I had a particular vantage point from my bicultural upbringing to do so with some objectivity and passion, as well as with empathy of knowing that the world also suffers from trauma of one kind or another. My new responsibility to advocate for the arts in America increased my travel schedule. Thus, I took with me some of my Saturday morning essays during my travels, weaving in experiences for my international journeys. I remember trying to complete some of these essays by the frost of the plane window flying over Asia, before the piercing deep blue of the night sky lured me to sleep. Terry Teachout, 1956 to 2022, the drama critic for the Wall Street Journal, who later joined the council, encouraged me to keep writing in the blogosphere, saying, "Very few times in history do we have the opportunity to shape a new medium for communication. The blogosphere is one of those rare opportunities." My daughter, then 13, taught me how to post a blog with images, and I was ready to take on a new medium. Here, then, are dispatches from various points on my journey of art, faith, and culture, written from the perspective of an artist living in 21st century Ground Zero and wrestling with the issues of humanity,